everyone, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited that you found me, and if you're returning, I'm so grateful you've decided to come back and watch more. I love all things luxury. I love luxury shoes, luxury handbags, luxury lifestyle and vlogging, and if they're things that appeal to you, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button down below and join me here. Today we are continuing on with Collectionmas. I was asked to do my exotic collection and I really had to think hard about whether or not I wanted to do that. I do own a few exotics, and from a moral and ethical standpoint, I have no problem with exotics. I am aware of how they are farmed and how they are treated, and sustainability. And for me, I see them no different to cows. If you're buying leather handbags or leather goods, I see no difference. And in a lot of cases, the exotics are more heavily regulated, especially here in Australia, because we are an agricultural based country. So getting things in and out of the country can be very hard. So I was in two minds about whether or not I would do it, because I understand it's really triggering for a lot of people. I understand people have very strong views on exotics, and I knew that it might incite a little bit of backlash, but I am also very much me, and I believe strongly that I should be allowed to be me. If you disagree with me on this, then I respect your right to choose, as you should respect my right to choose. I also know I have some very beautiful subscribers who watch everything I do, and I'm so grateful to them, who don't like my exotics. And if you don't want to watch this video, I appreciate that and respect your decision to not watch this video. That doesn't mean you don't like me. It doesn't mean you like me any less. It doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you as a subscriber. You just need to find content that speaks to you. So if you don't like exotics, switch off now. That's fine. I don't have an issue with it. Please don't get in my comments and tell me that I am wrong about this. I am a woman in her 40s who is well educated. I have done my research. You won't change my mind on this. You can most certainly make your case, but if you're coming at me to try and make me feel bad, you just won't. I'm sorry. So for those of you who are interested, let's look at all my exotics. So most of these have been featured in other collection videos that I have. Well, I think they all have at some point, but someone asked if I could bring them all together so you could see them in one place, and I'm happy to do that. So let's do this via exotic rather than via bag. So let's start with the Mink bags. So I have this from Fendi. So this is a Fendi first, and it's one of my favorites. I love it. Mink is super, super soft. It's beautiful. It holds color really well, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful exotic. I love the feel of it. You do have to be careful with it. It's that simple. It's mink, it's fur, so you do need to be very, very careful when you carry these bags. And as I'm telling you this and I am doing this, I can see like just little bits of mink in the air around me, because they do shed a little bit, so you have got to be careful with them. But it's just beautiful, and it holds its color so, so well, and it's so soft. So that's Mink. I also have in Mink this one. So this is from Louis Vuitton. It's a mini Capucines in the pink mink, which we have been working on a name for, and I think I've settled on Elizabeth for it. So in light of the fact we lost Queen Elizabeth this year, in light of the fact that we have Elizabeth Taylor, who is amazing, out there, and yeah, I think I'm going to settle with Elizabeth for this. And my grandmother's middle name was also Elizabeth, one of her middle names. She had several. So I think I've settled on Elizabeth for this one. So we're going to call her Elizabeth, because if you've watched my Capucines video, you know I name the exotic Capucines. It's the only thing I name. So we have an Elizabeth. This is my pink mink Elizabeth. But it's just beautiful, and it's got the leather detail in it as well. So the handle's in leather, the flap is in leather, it's got champagne gold hardware on it. It also has the leather on the bottom to protect it, and it gives it feet. But once again, because of this color and because it's mink, you do need to be really careful with it. So this is Elizabeth. And the other Mink I have is this one. So this is once again a Fendi First. This is in the medium size, and this is in a blue ombre. So it starts out quite dark at the top, and as we get lower, it becomes lighter. It is a subtle, subtle ombre. It is not a in your face, oh, that's clearly ombre. You've really got to look at it, which is one of the reasons I love it. Once again, it's so soft, and because it's so big, you just want to give it a cuddle. But I just love this ombre effect. So I wasn't necessarily looking for a medium Fendi First in an exotic, but I loved this finish, and the only thing I could get it in was the medium, so that's why I took it. So that's also a Mink. So they're my Mink pieces. I also have this one, which is Fox. So this is a Fox, and until I got Fox, I thought Mink was so soft. Fox is so much softer. Oh, I've left one out. Hang on a minute, I'll go get the other one. Oh, don't mind me, missed one. So this is Fox, and this is in this beautiful, beautiful blush pink. And I bought this to use for my wedding, which is coming up at the end of January. January in Australia is summer. It is going to be warm. Don't know why I decided I was going to use fur, but this is what I bought it for. And in fairness, I think it's going to get pitted at the post by a different bag, which is sitting over there waiting to get unboxed. So hang about, I'll take a poll on what you guys think when I unbox it. But this is why I bought this bag, irrespective of if I use it for my wedding or not. It's beautiful, I love it, I'm going to keep it. But this is Fox, and it's just so beautiful. Look at that, look at that, it's just gorgeous. Got to be really careful with it, can't just throw it around. And this one, which I've just gone to grab, is also Fox. And it's this red orange animal from the Muppets color, and it's a nano Fendi First for anyone who is wondering what is that powder puff. It is a nano Fendi First. So it has the little clasp there. You can use it as a bag. It really doesn't hold much, but it's very cute. I liked this color, but not enough to get it in a bigger size because it threw a bit too much orange for me, but I quite like it in the powder puff size. So that is also Fox. And then we'll do Snake. So this is Python. So this is a Python detail. So this is a Fendi First in like an eggshell color, and it's got the Python detail handle on it. So this is just a touch of exotic. It's not a full exotic, but it is still Python. And this is in a stone color, Connor from the closet. It's stone, I believe. He's trying to school me in the colors after he did his made to order appointment. So I'm pretty sure he calls this stone, which is the original Python color. So yeah, so I have that one. I also have the Fendi First medium size in the Python in the stone color, and this is just straight up looks like snake is what it is. So I love this one. It does, the Python scales do lift. You do need to be careful with this. They will lift. The more you use them, the more they lift, the more they can come off. So you do need to be careful, but I find this one actually wears pretty well. I wear it with the strap because it is so big, and I have taken it out on several occasions, and I've got to say this one wears fairly well for what it is, which is an exotic, which is what you have to be careful with. And I also had the baby. So I've got the baby one as well. So the little baby Fendi First in the Python I also have in the stone color. And yes, it can just be used as a bag tag. These don't fit much. They're a little bit useless, but I love them anyway. But yes, so basically a bag tag in the Python. In the Python, I also have this one. So this is Python in purple. And this one took a lot to get here. It took a long time to get into the country. It was fall winter 2022, and it took like 3 months to get here. So we have something called CITES, which I think is wide, and they have to clear it into the country, look at the papers that come with it, make sure it has been treated the way it should be according to international law, and then we let it into the country. So that process generally takes about 3 months in Australia. If you do not have the right paperwork, they destroy them. It's that simple. They're not getting sent back, they get destroyed. So my rule of thumb is that I will not buy exotics from overseas resellers, because trying to get it into the country is hard. I also won't buy exotics overseas when I travel, because I'm always scared that even if I have the paperwork, the person looking at it at customs might knock it back. So I'm very wary about that. So I always buy exotics from the store, so I know I have everything I need, and then I don't travel with them. They don't come overseas with me, they stay here. But this is the purple Python Fendi first, and it's just a brilliant color. I just love the purple. Alright, so that's that. And then we have Lizard. Lizard is underrated. Lizard is not as expensive as a lot of exotics, and it throws the best colors, especially for metallics. I have never seen finishes as well done as I have in the Lizard pieces. I don't know why, they just hold color, especially metallics, so well. So this is one of my favorites. It's just beautiful. And from the feedback I got when I showed this, I unboxed it and then I showed it as part of my Petite Malle Collection video, which I'll link down below. You guys love this too. There's a lot of you love this bag. It's one of your favorites of mine. But this blue is just divine. I love it. I love the Lizard. The Lizard holds color really well. I speak really highly of Lizard, and there's nothing to lift. So in terms of an exotic and durability, Lizard, I've got to say, is probably one of the more durable ones. So that's Lizard. And I also have, also from Louis Vuitton, we had this one. So this is my oil slick Capucines in Lizard, and you can see the amazing finish you get in Lizard. Look at all those colors. So pretty. And once again, nothing to lift. It's super hard wearing for an exotic. Do you have to be careful with it? Of course you do. Of course. But in terms of all the other exotics, this is the hardest wearing one I have. So I really love Lizard. I love Lizard in metallics more than anything. I think if you're going with a metallic finish and you want an exotic, look at Lizard. It's your friend. All right, and then we'll do Ostrich. So Ostrich is one of my favorites exotics, if not the favorite. I love the polka dots. And I know how the polka dots got there. It's one of those things that you really love, but and you think about it, it's not the nicest thing in the world, but nonetheless. So the dots come from plucking the ostrich feathers out. And ostrich feather bags are also beautiful. I have seen a few, and maybe one day I'll get an ostrich feather bag, but I do love ostrich. I think it's just got this stunning finish to it, and this purple is just gorgeous. So it's almost like an eggplant purple, which I think some countries don't refer to them as eggplants. Are they aubergines or aubergines? Is that right? We call it an eggplant. And it's really purple, like purple. So I love the ostrich finish. It's one of my favorites. And then we have this one, which is also in ostrich. So this is a Picotin 22 in black ostrich from Hermes. And it's funny, this ostrich, let me see if I can show you guys. So this ostrich here, it has raised dots. I don't know if that's going to come up on camera. The dots are all raised. This ostrich from Hermes is not. So there's no raised dots. The dots are there, you can see them, but the way they've treated the leather, the dots are no longer raised. They're completely smooth. So when I run my hand over this, it is smooth, but it is most certainly ostrich. So it's interesting how the different houses treat the different exotics and what they think is a good fit for this skin as opposed to other houses. So yes, that is my Picotin 22 in black ostrich, and even the lock is in the black as well. So it's a beautiful bag. I also have this one, which is the Picotin 18 in this beautiful green color, Mink, I'm pretty sure it's called, and this is a touch, so only the handles are in the ostrich, and once again smooth, so the dots are not raised like they are from the one from Fendi. So just a touch of ostrich, not a whole ostrich. Do I want more ostrich pieces? Yes I do. I love ostrich. I think it's beautiful, and I think if it's colored, like my black is stunning, but you don't know it's ostrich until you get close to it. I love ostrich in a real color because you know it's ostrich when you see it. And then we'll do finally the crocodile pieces. I'll get there in a minute. I don't own a lot of Croc. It is not one of my favorite exotics. It is so expensive, so expensive. Crocodile is just crazy. And in Australia, in a lot of cases, they are pests. So it's funny to me that it is so, it's so exotic and so expensive, but here we think that they're pests. So this is my Capucines mini in the fuchsia crocodile, and it's a high shine finish. And it's just beautiful. And a lot of you love this bag as well. I know Steph from Handbag Collection, she adores this bag. I got a lot of feedback when, and whenever I show this one, that people are like, oh, I love your fuchsia Croc mini Capucines. And I know it's beautiful. It really is lovely. And the color is just phenomenal. So I have that one. And then I also have this in Crocodile. So this is an Hermes Constance on the go. And this is in the rose pop. Anyway, it's in this color. I'm terrible with my pronunciation of colors from Hermes. But it's also a high shine finish. It's beautiful. I use this as a clutch often. It does have a strap, but I'll generally use it with the clutch. But this color is just beautiful. It's like it charts a course between pink and purple, which is fantastic. And it's got the silver hardware on it. So that's also a Croc piece. And then my final crocodile piece is my newest one, which is Gwen. This is Gwen. So this is my Louis Vuitton BB's Capucines made to order. So I chose this finish. I chose this hardware. I'll link the video down below where I unboxed this. But this is a made to order Capucines and it took a long time to get here. And it's in a satin finish. So people have asked me what kind of finish this is. It's satin. So it's not a high shine. It's not a matte. It's a satin finish. And it's just gorgeous. The coloring in this is just to die for. Like, I cannot explain it to people. Everyone who sees it is enthralled with the coloring on it. It's just beautiful. So this is my latest crocodile piece and my latest exotic piece. So these are all my exotics. Am I going to buy more? Yeah, I have one on order. There is one over there waiting to be unboxed, so there are definitely more coming. So yes, there will be more exotics coming on my channel because I love them. So how many exotic pieces do I have? So bearing in mind these are just the handbags, I do have exotic SLGs as well, which I have not done as part of this. I'm only doing the bags. But how many do I have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've got 17 exotic bags at this point, and there are definitely 2 more coming. So yeah, I feel like my collection has definitely evolved over the years, and it is now evolving towards having exotics and having a few of them. So sometimes that's just natural progression, and for some people you will never want exotics, and that's cool too. If you have liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Also the little bell notification so you know when I upload videos. Collection Mess is coming into the end, but there are still several more videos to come, so make sure you're staying tuned for that. Please come follow me over on Instagram. I'll throw my handle up for you. I put lots up in real time, outfits of the day, how I'm styling my bags, anything my sales associates send me, so come follow me over on Instagram. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.